everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be filming a New Year's Eve look and that'll be it. So if you need a little inspiration for your New Year's Eve look, basically just keep watching. That's all I got for you. Okay, so first up I am priming my face with this VDL. This is the Lumi Layer Fresh Primer. This is nice, it gives your skin a super healthy glow. I already moisturized my whole face, so that is done. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the Revlon Candid, Photoready Candid Foundation in number 220. So I'm going to be applying that with my little Quo Beauty Sponge. I'm going to be taking a little bit of this Peach Pixi corrector, taking that just in the corners of my eyes. This really helps just kind of take away any dark circles and it helps brighten up the whole under eye area. So I like to work a little bit of that just in the corner of my eye. And then I'm going to pat it out with my beauty sponge. I'm going to be mixing two concealers. So I'm going to go in first with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Sand. So we're going to go in, dab that. And then I'm also taking my Chanel, the Corrector de Chanel Concealer in 30 Beige. Before I set anything on my face, I'm going in with the Chanel Soleil Tan. That's what it's called. It's a cream little bronzer. I'm taking it on a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This is just going to really warm up my face since it's looking very flat. So I like to first apply it with a brush. I also bring it down the sides of my nose to create a little bit of a contour. Taking my beauty sponge again with nothing on it, and I'm just pushing everything into the skin. But it really just helps kind of add a little bit of dimension and it warms up the skin. It's not, I don't love it for contouring just because it's very warm undertone. It's a very warm undertone, so for contouring it's not ideal, but for giving your face a nice glow that is natural looking, it looks super nice. So then I'm going to take my Hourglass. This is the translucent veil powder. I'm going to take some of that on my little sponge. I hate how you can't take off this whole piece and it drives me crazy because I have to shake the powder out and I end up losing a lot of it everywhere. So if you have any suggestions on how to take that gold thing off, if you have, let me know. So I'm just going to take some of that powder on my damp sponge and I'm just pushing the product down the sides of my nose, underneath my eye, kind of into a triangle. I'm going to set the rest of my face with the Laura Mercier Invisible Loose Setting Powder in Universal. I picked up the wrong one a long time ago, like a long time ago. And I couldn't get my damn refund because I didn't keep the receipt. This is not the one that's good for putting underneath your eye. This one, I don't know, it's weird, but I'm going to use it for my whole face. Hopefully that works out. I'm going to push it into my face using the Dermablend Kabuki. I don't want to add color, I just want to set everything in place. Does anybody else hate this powder? I hate it. Ugh, I find it so powdery. I don't like it. So I'm going to go back in with the same Real Techniques brush. There's nothing on it, I'm just making sure, so I kind of do this in my hand. I'm dipping into the Nude by Nature Loose Bondi Bronzer. And just kind of add it where I added the Chanel, but I'm just going over top of it. This is a very, very, very warm bronzer, so a little bit goes a long way. Just kind of, you know, keep buffing it into the face. I'm going to go in with the NARS Orgasm. This is the loose kind of highlighter thing. It's very beautiful, very messy, but very beautiful. So first I'm going to take it on my MAC. This is a MAC highlighting brush. I think it's 184, I believe. So I'm taking whatever is left in the lid because a little bit goes a long way. So I'm just going to dust that along the cheekbones and then bring it kind of in a circular motion onto the apples of my cheek. I get a lot of questions. I find it really strange actually. I get a lot of questions on how I do my blush. And I don't know, people always ask me about blush and I always think that's strange, so they tell me it looks good. I don't know, weird, but thank you so much for complimenting me, but this is how I do it. So I take it, a little fan brush. I usually apply my highlighter first, bring it onto the apples, bring it to the temples. This is not really your typical highlighter. It has more like a peachy kind of color, so it kind of looks like a blush and a highlighter all together. But I really, really love it. You can bring it on top of the brow here, just to give yourself a little highlight. But that's basically where I put that product. And then I'm going to take my blush. I'm going to take a Makeup Revolution blush. This is the matte blush in the shade Fusion. It's kind of just like it's like a light pink. I'm taking a Joe Fresh blush brush, dipped in, tap off the excess. I kind of do that twice. And then I kind of smile a bit like this. I look crazy. And I focus it on the apples on my cheeks, but I don't go like this. Some people do blush like that. I don't do that. So what I do is I do like a circular motion onto the apple, and then I kind of pull it up, and I kind of just keep moving it. Honestly, I blend my blush a lot. Then I go back in with my kabuki and I press right here on the centers on my cheeks. I press the product in, and then I take my highlighting brush one more time. I don't add any product. You can if you really want like a blinding highlight, but I kind of just go back over to make sure nothing is lost. I have this little angled sponge, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more of that Laura Mercier powder, the one I don't love. And then if you really just want to make everything look clean, I just drag some of the powder down the sides of my face. And then I let it sit for a bit, and I just kind of press in and brush away. Now at this point I like to set my face, just because that's important, especially for New Year's Eve, you know what I'm saying? So I have the Dermablend. This is the Power Setter 2-in-1 spray. I'm almost done. Okay, so next I'm going to start with my eyes. I'm starting with my Benefit Stay Don't Stray Primer. This will keep your eyeshadow on all day long, okay? It will not budge. It will stay on. So I'm taking a little bit of that, putting it on the eyelid, pressing it in with my finger. I'm taking my Smashbox. This is the Blurring Concealer Brush. This is actually amazing for buffing in your concealer. But I'm actually just going to take a little bit more of my Hourglass loose powder and just set the Stay Don't Stray all over my eyelid. So I'm actually going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette to create my eye look today. Okay, so I'm taking another Smashbox. This is the Shadow Blending Brush. First, I'm going to dip into this shade right here, the third shade. It's like a brown kind of shade. I'm just going to work that into my crease. I'm also going to run that same color underneath my lower lash line. This is just kind of giving our eye a little bit of warmth and definition. Next, I'm taking this shade right here on the same brush. It's kind of like a dusty, taupey, rose brown kind of color. Taking that, also running it into the crease. Taking the same color, and I'm also gonna dust that underneath. Going in with this shadow right here. So I'm starting to work that on the inner and outer corner of my eye. I'm gonna start by patting it in. And then taking my little shadow blending brush, adding nothing on it, I'm just going to start to blend out the edges. I'm also taking the same shade underneath the lower lash line. So I'm taking a Coastal Scents kind of brush, and I'm going to go in with this gray color shade right here, the third one from the right. And I'm just going to work that right in the socket of my eye, but keeping it right here. It's a weird kind of concept, but I'm keeping it just right in this portion of my eye, deepening it up a bit. And I'm taking the same color and I'm doing the exact same thing, but now keeping it on the outer portion of my eye. Just doing back and forth motions. I'm also dragging this shade as well underneath the eye. Now, taking that Smashbox shadow blending brush again, I'm taking the dusty kind of rose color we used, the second color, taking a little bit more of that on my brush, and I'm just going to kind of go in here and just work it in, making sure there's no harsh lines. Everything looks kind of blended, smoky. Now, I have this. I've never tried it. Let's hope for the best. Say a little prayer. This is the Almay Velvet Foil Cream Chateau, and I'm using it in the shade 100 Silver Lining. So I'm taking this product and I'm just going to first push it into the center of the eye. And I want to taper it up. I saw this picture that Kim Kardashian actually did for one of her campaigns. She had a halo eye, but then it was tapered up like to a V almost, which I don't usually do, and it was brought up. And then on top of this beautiful glitter, I'm going to use this is the Essence Melted Chrome Eyeshadow. So taking my finger, this feels like absolute butter. I'm going to start pushing this product onto my eyelid. This is stunning. I knew by the texture that this was gonna be an amazing eye product. So I'm just pushing this into the eye, bringing it upwards. I'm going to take that same shadow brush we were using and I'm just going to kind of buff out these lines a little bit. And then taking my flat brush that we used before, I'm going back in with this dusty rose color. I'm just going over the edges so everything looks blended and it looks like there's zero harsh lines. Okay, so next I'm taking my Clarins. This is the black gel liner. And then taking a Coastal Scents tiny little brush. I'm gonna buff that in so there's no harsh lines. So the black is just blended beautifully into the brown shades that we already laid down. And then I'm taking the same black and then working it up onto the upper eyelid. I'm also gonna take that up into the upper lash line. So next I'm going to go in with a black mascara. I'm just going to use the Covergirl Exhibitionist. So I'm going to give them a light coat because I'm applying a pair of fake eyelashes, so it doesn't really matter. If you don't want to wear fake eyelashes, just apply a generous amount of mascara. So I'm going to use a pair of Sali lashes. These are in the style Chic Lash. Okay, so for my lip liner, I'm going to be going in with the MAC Boldly Bare lip liner. So we're going to line my lips with that. And then I'm going to go in with the Stila Perla liquid lip. So we're going to go in with a little bit of that. I'm keeping the lip neutral because the eye is a party. Okay, and then to finish off this look, I'm going to be going in with the Estee Edit. I don't even think this is around anymore. The reason why I'm choosing this gloss is because it has a blue undertone to it. Okay, well here you have it, the finished look. A little bit dramatic, yes it is, but it is New Year's. So if you want to stand out this New Year's, maybe try following this. And you can always switch up the colors if you want to do more of a purple with the silver or whatever. Anything different, you do you. But this is my take on a New Year's Eve glam look. I'm wishing everybody a great 2019, and I just wanted to come on here and thank every single person who has subscribed to me and who watches my videos, because honestly it means a lot to me. I put a lot into them and I absolutely love doing it. So when people watch my videos, comment, like, subscribe, it means everything to me. So thank you so much, and a lot more is coming for 2019. So thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.